Hi friends, welcome to my channel Mathematics Idea. This video is also available in Hindi. यह वीडियो हिंदी में भी उपलब्ध है. If you are first time viewing this channel and directly this video, then I will suggest you to go through the introduction video first to understand the presentation structure of the course content. This is the workshop session 3 for the matrices. In this workshop session 3, we will solve the problems of NCERT. Workshop session 3 is the continuation of workshop session 2. In workshop session 2, we had solved the exercise 2 problem of NCERT. So this is in the continuation of that exercise only. Okay. So today's roadmap is we will solve the further problems of exercise 2 of the NCERT in this workshop session 3. Okay. Chalo, let's start the class. So my first problem is, if A is a 3 by 3 matrix of 1 0 2 0 2 1 2 0 3. So this is my A matrix. If this is my A matrix, then I have to prove that A cube minus 6A square plus 7A plus 2I is 0. Okay. So what I have to prove? I have to prove that A cube minus 6A square plus 7A plus 2I is 0. To find this, first I have to find A square and A cube, right? Because A is provided in the question. I is the identity matrix, which is 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1, right? So what I have to do now? I don't know the value of A square, I don't know the value of A cube. So first I have to find A square and A cube. So let's get started to find that. A square. What will be my A square? A square will be 1 0 2 0 2 1 2 0 3 into 1 0 2 0 2 1 2 0 3. Now I have to multiply these two, right? So how we will do the multiplication? I had explained in detailed explanation class, right? How we do the multiplication of the matrices. First row with the first column. 1 1 ja 1, 2 1 ja 2. So it will be 5. First element is 5. 1 0 into 0 will be 0, 2 into 2 will be 4. So 4 plus 1 it will be 5. Like that. What will be my second element? 1 into 0 0, 0 into 2 0, 2 into 0 0. Second element will be 0. Right? What will be my third element in the first row? 1 2 ja 2, 0 1 ja 0, 2 3 ja 6. So 6 plus 2, 8. So first row is 5 0 8 of A square, right? 2 3 6, right? Now come to the second row. 0 2 1, 1 0 2, 0 1 ja 0, 2 0 ja 0, 2 1 ja 2. So it is 2. 0 0 0, 2 2 4, and this is 0. So this is 4. 0 2 0, 2 1 2, 1 3 3, 3 plus 2 5. 5. So this will be my second row. 2 4 and 5. What will be my third row now? 2 0 3 multiplied with this. 2 1 ja 2, 3 2 ja 6. So it is 8. 2 plus 6. 2 0 ja 0, 0 2 ja 0, 3 0 ja 0, 0. 2 2 ja 4, 0 0 ja 0, 3 3 ja 9, 9 plus 4 13. So it will be 13. So this will be my A square. Okay. So I will write here my A square will be 5 0 8 2 4 5 and 8 0 13. This will be my A square. Okay. Okay. I will rub this out. Now, what will be my A cube? My A cube will be A square into A, right? So whatever I got in the A square, I have to again multiply it with A. So 5 0 8 2 4 5 8 0 13. I have to multiply it with A, which is 102 021 203. Now what will be my answer? First row, first column for first element. So 5 1 ja 5, 8 2 ja 16, it is 21. 16 plus 5, 21. 5 0 ja 0, 0 2 ja 0, 8 0 ja 0, 0. 5 2 ja 10, 0 1 ja 0, 8 3 ja 24. 24 plus 10, 34. So this is 34. 2 4 5 1 0 3 0 2. 2 1 ja 2, 4 0 ja 0, 5 2 ja 10. 10 plus 2, 12. 12. 2 0 ja 0, 4 2 ja 8, 5 0 ja 0. So it is 8. 2 2 ja 4, 4 1 ja 4, 5 3 ja 15. 15 plus 8 is 23. Right? Now 8 1 ja 8, 0 0 ja 0, 13 2 ja 26. 26 plus 8, 34. 8 0 ja 0, 0 2 ja 0, 13 0 ja 0. So this will be 0. 8 2 ja 16, 0 1 ja 0, 13 3 ja 39. 39 plus 16, how much it is? 49. 49 plus 6, 55. So this is 55. So this will be my A cube. So my A cube will be 21 0 34 12 8 33 23 and 34 0 55, right? So this will be my A cube. Okay, now let's come to this problem, which is we have to prove that. So we have to prove that A cube. So A cube will be 21 0 34 12 8 23 34 0 55. This will be my A cube. What is next? 6A square. So what is A square? 508 508 245 245 8013 013 plus 7A. What will be A? 102 021 and 203 plus 2I. I is identity matrix 100 010 001. So we have to do the sum of this entire expression. This entire expression we have to do the sum and we have to show that it is equal to 0. So first element 21 minus 30 plus 7 plus 2. Okay. So first element is 21 minus 30 plus 7 plus 2. This will be my first element. Okay. What is the second? 0. 6 0 ja 0. So 0 minus 0. After that 7 into 0 0 plus 0 plus 2 into 0 0 plus 0. Okay. This will be my A12. First row, second element. First row and second element. Now go to third one. 34 minus 48 plus 14 plus 0. Right? 2 into 0 is 0. Now similarly it is 12 minus 12 plus 0 plus 0. After that here 8 minus 24 plus 14 plus 2. Okay, plus 14 plus 2. Okay, 7 2 is 14 and here 2 1 is 2. After that last this third element of the second row is 23 minus 30 plus 7 plus 0. Okay, now come to the third row. It is 34 minus 48 plus 14 plus 0. Second element of third row, 0 minus 0 plus 0 plus 0. Okay, now third element of the third row, 55 minus 78 plus 21 plus 2. Okay, here 13 6 is 78, so it is minus 78, 7 3 is 21, 21, 2 1 is 2, 2. This is how we had done the addition operation over here. Now let's solve everything. So 21 plus 7, 28, 28 plus 2, 30, 30 minus 30, 0, 0, 0, this is entirely, so it is 0. 34 plus 14, 48, 48 minus 48, 0, so this is 0. Now in this element, 12 minus 12, 0, 0. 8 plus 14, 22, 22 plus 2, 24, 24 minus 24, 0. 23 plus 7, 30, 30 minus 30, 0. 34 plus 14, 48, 48 minus 48, 0. 0 all, so here it is 0. 55 plus 21, 76, 76 plus 2, 78, 78 minus 78 is 0. Okay, so this sum of a cube minus 6a square plus 7a plus 2i is 0. The sum of this entire expression is 0. Okay, so that equation is now proved. Okay, this completes our problem number 1. Now let's move on to problem number 2. Let's move on to question number 2. What question number 2 says that if A is a 2 by 2 matrix where A is 3 minus 2 and 4 minus 2. ठीक है? Okay, this is my A matrix and I is my identity matrix 1 0 0 1. Then we have to find the K so that A square equal to Ka minus 2i. So A square equal to Ka minus 2i. We have to find the value of K such that A square equal to Ka minus 2i. Okay, K is multiplied with A. It is like a scalar multiplication. Okay, so first we will find what is A square. So A square will be 3 minus 2, 4 minus 2 multiplied with 3 minus 2, 4 minus 2. So 3 minus 2 multiplied with 3 minus 2, 9 minus 8. First element is 1. 3 minus 2 minus 6. Minus 2 minus 2, 4. So it is minus 2. Minus 6 plus 4 is minus 2. So here it is minus 2. 4 3 is 12 minus 8. 4. 12 minus 8 is 4. 4 minus 2 minus 8. Minus 2 minus 2 plus 4. Minus 8 plus 4 is minus 4. So this is A square, right? So this A square equal to Ka minus 2i. So what is Ka minus 2i? So Ka minus 2i will be K. A is 3 minus 2, 4 minus 2 minus 2 into I will be 1 0 0 1. This is I. So it will be 3k minus 2 minus 2k 4k minus 2k minus 2. So this will be my Ka minus 2i. So K is multiplied with A matrix. So it will be 3k minus 2k 4k and minus 2k. After that this 2 is multiplied with identity matrix. It will become 2 0 0 2. So my resultant Ka minus 2i will be 3k minus 2 minus 2k 4k minus 2k minus 2, right? So these two are equal. Now this is what statement is saying. Then we have to find the value of k. So 3k minus 2 minus 2k 4k minus 2k minus 2 equal to 1 minus 2, 4 minus 4. So 3k minus 2 equal to 1 for first element. Compare with first element. Then 3k equal to 3, k equal to 1. So what is the value of k? K equal to 1. Now substitute the value of k and see whether it works or not. So k equal to 1 if you will put, then here it will become minus 2, here it will become 4. So here minus 2 is equal to minus 2, 4 is equal to 4. Here if you will put k equal to 1, then it will be minus 2, minus 2, minus 4. So here also it is minus 4. So k value is 1. Okay. So this completes my second problem. Let's move on to third problem. Okay. Let's move on to problem number 3. What problem number 3 says is, if a is 0 minus tan alpha by 2, tan alpha by 2 0, and I is an identity matrix of order 2. Okay, what is I? I is an identity matrix of order 2. That means it is 1 0 0 1. Okay, I is 1 0 0 1. So we have to find that, show that I plus a equal to I minus a cos alpha minus sin alpha cos alpha. Okay, cos alpha minus sin alpha cos alpha. Product of these two equal to I plus a. This is what we have to show. Okay, chalo, let's move on to the solution. So I plus a. What is I plus a now? I is 1 0 0 1 and a is 0 minus, sorry, plus will be there, tan alpha by 2, tan alpha by 2 0. Okay, this is I plus a and it will be 1 minus tan alpha by 2, tan alpha by 2 1. Okay, 1 plus 0 1, 0 minus tan alpha by 2 minus tan alpha by 2, tan alpha by 2 and 1. Okay, this is what the addition of I plus a. Similarly we will do I minus a. So we will get it as 1 0 0 1 minus 0 minus tan alpha by 2, tan alpha by 2 0. So this will become 1 tan alpha by 2 minus tan alpha by 2 1. Right? So this will be my I minus a. So 0 minus tan alpha by 2, here it will become plus tan alpha by 2, here it will become minus tan alpha by 2. In RHS we are seeing that I minus a is multiplied with cos alpha minus sin alpha cos alpha. Let's do that product. So once we do that product, it will be I minus a into cos alpha minus sin alpha cos alpha. And what is I minus a? So I minus a, I will write it thus directly as a matrix. Okay, so it will be this one, 1 tan alpha by 2 minus tan alpha by 2 1. Okay, so this will be my I minus a and this will be my cos alpha sin alpha minus sin alpha cos alpha. Okay, so this is I minus a into that matrix which is given in the RHS. Now we will do the product of these two. Once we will do the product of these two, the matrix will be 1 into cos alpha tan alpha by 2 into sin alpha. So it will be cos alpha plus sin alpha tan alpha by 2. So it is cos alpha plus sin alpha tan alpha by 2. Okay, so this will be the first term. Second term will be minus sin alpha and plus tan alpha cos alpha by 2. Okay, Next one is minus tan alpha cos alpha by 2 plus sin alpha, minus tan alpha by 2 cos alpha plus sin alpha. Next is tan alpha by 2 sin alpha plus cos alpha. Okay, so this will be the product of these two. So 1 into cos alpha tan alpha into sin alpha by 2, you do the product, you will get it. 1 into minus sin alpha, so minus sin alpha by sin alpha, tan alpha by 2 cos alpha, so tan alpha by 2 cos alpha it is, sorry, it is tan alpha by 2 cos alpha. Okay, after that minus tan alpha by 2 into cos alpha, minus tan alpha by 2 into cos alpha plus sin alpha, minus tan alpha by 2 minus sin alpha by 2, it will become tan alpha by 2 sin alpha, and tan alpha 1 into cos alpha, it will become cos alpha, right? So we can see here that this term and this term both are same. Okay, so if I will find this term 1 term, then this 2 term both are equal here, and 1 2 and 2 1 both are negative of each other. You can see if I will multiply with 1 2 with minus, I will get 2 1, right? So they are negative of each other. So if I will find any one of them, I will multiply with the multiplication, I will get other term. Okay, so my main focus from here will be I have to find this term and this term, these two terms. Okay, so let's find that. Cos alpha plus sin alpha into tan alpha by 2. Let us find this, what the value will be. Here we will use formula as cos 2a equal to cos square a minus sin square a, and sin 2a equal to 2 sin a cos a. These are the two trigonometric identities which we will use over here. What are that identities? Cos 2a is equal to cos square a minus sin square a, and sin 2a equal to 2 sin a cos a. So these are the two identities we are using. Here 2a equal to alpha. So what will be a? A will be equal to alpha by 2, right? So here cos alpha means cos 2 into alpha by 2. So I will get cos square alpha by 2 minus sin square alpha by 2. Okay, here sin alpha can be written as 2 sin alpha by 2 cos alpha by 2 plus 2 sin alpha by 2 cos alpha by 2 into sin alpha by 2 divided by cos alpha by 2. Okay, tan alpha by 2 I had written as sin by cos. Now here cos and cos will cancel out. Sin alpha by 2 into sin alpha by 2, it is 2 sin square alpha by 2 plus here minus sin square alpha by 2 cos square alpha by 2. It will be cos square alpha by 2 plus sin square alpha by 2, which is equal to 1. Okay, so cos alpha by 2 sin cos alpha plus sin alpha tan alpha by 2, if you solve it, you will get it as equal to 1. Okay, so 1 term and 2 term both are equal to 1. Okay, now I will solve this one and we will see what this term will be. Okay, so here it is sin alpha minus tan alpha by 2 cos alpha. Okay, this is the term. So now we will use these two identities. It will be 2 sin alpha by 2 cos alpha by 2 minus sin alpha by 2 by cos alpha by 2 into cos square alpha by 2 minus sin square alpha by 2. Okay, so after using identities it will look like this, right? Okay, now we will multiply this. So you will get 2 sin alpha by 2 cos alpha by 2 minus sin alpha by 2 cos alpha by 2 minus sin cube alpha by 2 by cos alpha by 2. Okay, so what is here? Sin alpha by 2, and here cos square alpha by 2, one cos will get cancelled. So it will become sin alpha by 2 cos alpha by 2 minus the sin square and sin, it will become sin cube alpha by 2 by cos alpha by 2. Okay, so it will be sin alpha by 2 cos alpha by 2 minus sin cube alpha by 2 by cos alpha by 2. Okay, here it will cancel out here. Here it is 2 sin alpha by 2 cos alpha by 2. It will become sin alpha by 2 cos alpha by 2. Okay, now you take cos alpha by 2 LCM over here. Then this will end sin alpha by 2 common. Sin alpha by 2 is common here and here. Okay, so you take that out, and sorry, here it will become plus, because here minus, it will be multiplied here, it will become plus. So cos alpha by 2 you take LCM, and sin alpha by 2 common. So sin alpha by 2 common and cos alpha by 2 is LCM. So our final expression will be like this: cos alpha by 2 as LCM, so it will become cos square alpha by 2, and sin alpha by 2 is common, so first term sin alpha by 2 is common, and from here cube it will become square. Okay, as we had taken sin alpha by 2 out. So sin square alpha by 2 plus cos square alpha by 2 is 1, and sin alpha by 2 plus cos by cos alpha by 2, it is tan alpha by 2. Okay, that will become tan alpha by 2. So this term is tan alpha by 2. So my 2-1 term is tan alpha by 2. So 1-2 term will be negation of that. So this will be minus tan alpha by 2. Let's see whether it is I plus A or not. So I plus A, we see it is 1 minus tan alpha by 2, tan alpha by 2, 1. So we had got I plus A. So at last, what is this matrix? Product of these two will be 1 minus tan alpha by 2, tan alpha by 2, 1, and this is equal to I plus A. Okay, are you getting it? So this is how this problem is solved. So this completes problem number 3. Let's move on to problem number 4. Let's move on to problem number 4. What problem number 4 says is, a trust fund has 30,000. Okay, a trust fund has 30,000, and that must be invested in the two different type of bonds. What are these two types of bond is? One bond is having 5% interest per year, and another bond is having 7% interest per year. Okay, there are two types of bond, and that 30,000 should be invested in these two bonds. So how we should divide that 30,000 in that two types of bond? By using matrix multiplication, such that we will get the annual interest of 1800 and we get the annual interest of 2000. This is the sum. Okay, so let us suppose that X is the amount which is invested in first bond. Then how much will be invested in second bond? It will be 30,000 minus X, because X is invested in first, then 30,000 minus X will be invested in second. This will be my parts of the fund. Okay, this will be my parts of the fund matrix. Now it should be multiplied with rate of interest to get the amount of interest, right? So amount is multiplied with rate of interest to get interest, how much interest it is there, amount of interest it is there. Okay, so first bond is having 0.05 interest, right? And second bond is having 0.07 interest, and this will give total what is the amount of interest, right? So this is what the matrix multiplication you have to do. What is the basic fundamental thing we had done here is amount into rate of interest will give how much interest it will yield at the end of year. Okay, amount into rate of interest. So this is my amount matrix. Amount matrix is my row matrix. Column matrix is my interest matrix. Now we have to multiply these two to get interest. So what it will be? It will be 0.05x plus 0.07 into 30,000 minus x. This will be equal to interest. So it is 2100 minus 0.02x equal to I. So this is what my equation will be. Now in first case they are asking this is 1800, so this I will become 1800 for first case. So in that case my x will become 15,000. You just calculate it, you will get x will be 15,000. So this is for first bond. Okay, for first bond it will be 15,000. For second bond it is 30,000 minus x. So 30,000 minus x, it will also yield 50,000. So second bond is also 15,000. So to get 1800 interest per year, we have to invest 15,000 in first bond, which is of 5%, and 15,000 in second bond, which is of 7%. Okay, so this completes first part. In second part they are asking for 2,000 rupees interest. For 2,000 rupees interest, you have to substitute this I with 2,000. Okay, then what will be my x? X will be 5,000. Okay, you do just substitution, it will go this side. So 100 equal to 0.02x, so x equal to 5,000. Now once x equal to 5,000, my 30,000 minus x will be equal to 25,000. So for 2,000 rupees interest, I have to invest 5,000 in first bond and 25,000 in second bond. That means first bond with 5% interest and second bond with 7% interest. Okay, this completes problem number 4. Let's move on to problem number 5. Okay, let's move on to problem number 5. So what problem number 5 says is, the bookshop of a particular school has a 10 dozen of chemistry books, 8 dozen of physics book and 10 dozen of economics book. Okay, it has 10 dozen of chemistry book, 8 dozen of physics book, 10 dozen of economics book. Their selling prices are, the selling prices of the each book is 80 rupees, 60 rupees and 40 rupees respectively. So 80 for chemistry, 60 for physics and 40 for economics. Okay, now find the total amount of the bookshop will receive after selling the books using the matrix algebra. So after selling the books, how much amount the bookshop will receive. So how many books are there? 10 dozens means 120 books. So my book matrix will be one row matrix, right? One row matrix. So it will be 120 chemistry books. After that physics, how much it will be? 96. And after that economics will be 120. Right? So 120, 96 and 120 are the books. Now my price matrix will be the column matrix. So my price matrix will be 80 rupees, 60 and 40. 80, 60 and 40 will be my price matrix. Okay, so 120 is multiplied with 8, you will get 96, 12 8 is 96, 00 plus 96 multiplied by 60, 6 6 is 36, 6 9 is 54, 5 7 6 0. This will be my physics books cost. This will be my chemistry books cost, and my economics books will be 120 into 40. 12 4 is 48, So this will be the total amount which he will receive. So let's do the sum. 0, 6, 8 plus 7, 15, 15 plus 6, 21, 2 carry over, 11, 11 plus 5, 16, 16 plus 4, 20. So 20160. Okay. So 20160 is the amount which shopkeeper will receive. Okay. So this is my books, number of books matrix, which is the row matrix, and this is my cost matrix or the price matrix, which is my column matrix. If I will multiply these two, so I will get how much amount the bookshop will get. Okay. So this completes problem number 5. Let's move on to problem number 6. Okay. Let's move on to problem number 6. What problem number 6 says? That X, Y, Z, W and P are matrices. Okay. X, Y, Z, W and P are matrices. And what are all the order of these matrices? X is having 2 by N, Y is having 3 by K, Z is having 2 by P, W is having N by 3 and P is having P by K. Okay. So these are all the orders of X, Y, Z, W and P. Now the restrictions on NKP so that PY plus WY is defined. So what will be the values of NK and P? What restrictions or what values of NK and P will be there such that PY plus WY will be defined? So let's write that. First they are telling PY and WY. What is P? P is having the order P by K. Okay, so P order is P by K. What is order of Y? Y's order is N by 3. So this is N by 3. Okay, so P's order is P by K and Y's order is N by 3. What is the order of W? W order is, sorry, Y's order is 3 by K, not N by 3. Y is 3 by K. Okay, second matrix. So 3 by K. What is W's order? W order is 2 by P and Y order is 3 by K. Okay, so this is the order of P, Y, W and Y. Now for PY to be defined, number of rows of P should be equal to number of columns of the Y, right? Is it correct, right? So this K should be equal to this 3, then only their multiplication will happen, right? Number of the columns of P should be equal to number of the rows of Y. So K equal to 3. So order of PY will be P cross K then. You got it? Right? Now what is the order of W? W's order is P by K, sorry. It's not 2 by P. W's order is N by 3. W's order is N by 3. Okay. Now here the number of rows and number of columns of W and number of rows of Y are same, 3. Now the resultant will be N cross K, right? Resultant will be N cross K. Now for both the sums should happen, P should be equal to N, then only the sum will happen, right? PY plus WY sum, when it will happen? When the order of PY and the order of WY should be same. So N equal to P. So N should be equal to P in that case. Are you getting? The order of P is P by K, order of Y is 3 by K, order of W is N by 3. Okay, so we had first put the orders. After that, for P into Y to be multiplied, the feasibility of the multiplication, for the feasibility of the multiplication of P and Y, the number of columns of number of rows of P should be equal to number of columns of the P should be equal to the number of rows of Y. So number of columns is K for P and number of rows will be 3 for Y. So K equal to 3. right? Now, and what will be the resultant matrix, order of the Py? It is P into K. Now let's come to Wi. Wi is having number of columns and the number of rows same, number of columns of W and number of rows of Y are same. So N cross K will be the resultant of Wi multiplication, order of the resultant matrix. So N cross K is the order. Now for these two to sum up, Py and Wi, both the orders should be same, order of Py and order of Wi. So order of Py to be same of order of Wi, N should be equal to P, because K and K are equal, so N is equal to P. So what we got? We got K equal to 3 and we got N equal to P. So K equal to 3 and N equal to P is our answer. Okay. Now let's move on to problem number 7. Let's move on to question number 7. Question number 7 is same as the question number 6. In question number 6 and 7, we are having 5 matrices with different orders: 2 cross n, 3 cross k, 2 cross p, n cross 3 and p cross k. These are all the orders of the matrices x, y, z, w and p. Now in this question, they are telling if n equal to p, then what is the order of 7x minus 5z? What is the order of 7x minus 5z? So 7x minus 5z has same order as x and z because it is an addition and subtraction. In addition and subtraction, the order of the resultant matrix will be equal to the same as child matrix. Okay. So what is the order of x? X order is 2 cross n. What is the order of z? Z order is 2 cross p. 2 cross p. Now here they are telling P and N are same, right? That is what it is, the question statement says, that P and N are same. So both of them order will be the same, X and Z. So it will be 2 cross N or 2 cross P. So let's see which is the answer. This is the answer, 2 cross N. Okay, because 7x minus 5z will have same order as X and Z. Okay, understood this? Now this completes workshop session 3. If you are happy with the content, please press like, share and subscribe. Press the bell icon for the notification. Okay, for the further questions, please stay connected. Thank you.